віддам усе, що маю. Чуєш ти на небесах, дім, сім'ю, любов я знаю, перетвориться на прах. Забери мій голос, пам'ять, лиш верни їм вчорашній день. Це моя остання жертва серед полум'я й пісень.
Hi rollers, it's Blurry Rick with you. No, it's a focused one. Good to see you all. How are you doing and how do you enjoy this song? This song was brought to us by Donna Kyiv. She posted it once in Discord about a month ago, and I listened to it. I really liked it. But the next day I totally forgot to listen to it again. And then after a month, a few days ago, I think it was yesterday, I remembered there was a pretty awesome song with pretty powerful lyrics in it that is performed by a Lithuanian band, Transportna, but they perform it in Ukrainian. That's pretty cool. And yeah. It is very inspiring and is very respected also by me. I was sharing it on Tuesday. This progress bar, you see, it was increased by $1,000. Well, it's in hryvnias, but it's equivalent of the dollars that I earn from the subscription services. Base, Donatello, Patreon. So those subscriptions can help me actually not be dependent. When I reach the goal there, I won't be dependent on the YouTube income, meaning memberships, super chats. I won't ask you to buy them once I reach that goal, and I can just let this shit go to just, you know, to just relax. This is how you should support me instead. So yeah, I think it's a good plan. I don't know when I'm going to be able to reach it, because most of you who already wanted to support me and become my the member on those platforms, the subscriber, already did that. So I actually ideally need to find new people to subscribe, because you guys have been increasing your tiers of memberships there on those platforms. Like many of you have been doing that, and increasing it more won't be fair. So the fairer way is to gain more subscribers. Ideally, like 100 of small subscribers, $3 and $10, but not that easy. It is not that easy to find that many people who are going to be willing to support me monthly. So guys, today we're raising funds for two things. Car for 117th Brigade, almost closed. And the second one is a fundraiser for Fuzzy. It is for the car repair for him. We provided him with that car, Nissan Navara, if I'm not mistaken, it is. And he needs to repair it. So he needs 85,000 hryvnias, which is approximately $2,000. So, well, 2,050, 60, 70, something like that. I can tell you later. Yeah, so Matvey sent me a video today. FP Joan destroyed their car. The most important thing, all of them survived. And okay, I want to show you the videos. FPV Joan destroyed their L200. Guys, he told me it was L200 year 2023. Just imagine, 37,000 of kilometers only. That was a brand new car that was destroyed by an FPV drone. We were not the one providing this car to them. I think they bought it anew. I mean, their brigade might have bought it, buy it, or maybe it was Повернись живим, the fund, the biggest Ukrainian fund, Come Back Alive. Maybe it was the one providing them with that truck, because it's super expensive to buy a new one, L200. And we volunteers rarely are capable of raising that much money. Both of the fundraisers, we need to close them, and I think we still, if we reach the goal today, or rather when we reach the goal today, we will get the extra, we will be able to make an extra donation to our new fundraiser for Kraken this time. For Wolf from Kraken and his guys, these are the guys who Mongol served with before, then when he was forced to leave Kraken, and it was done by his previous command, because it's crazy, but his previous command had a control over him, and they just transferred him to the 66th Brigade. Now Mongol is trying to get back to Kraken, but to the new one, because Kraken actually partially transferred to the 3rd Assault Brigade. They even launched, they renamed their Telegram channel. So I think most of the Kraken went to 3rd Assault Brigade, and only the smallest part, or smaller part, remained under GUR, under the main Directorate of Intelligence of Ukraine. Yeah, the patch was falling. It's pretty heavy, it's rubber patch. After all, or before. Okay, let me think what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you some notes. Notes. Which ones? No, not these. Come back. Not inform repel. Here it is, Kraken. So now they look like this. Kraken 1654. That's the name of the new unit, which is the part. It's a regiment. It's going to be a regiment, a part of the 3rd Assault Brigade, and I think it's going to be based on the unmanned systems. So they explain here why 1654 in this post. I would like to translate it for you too, but I wanted to say that Mongol is trying to join this Kraken 1654. You see, instead of the arrow here on Kraken's head, they now have the 3rd Assault Brigade logo. So yeah, this version seems incorrect to me, because they usually use on the new emblem they use this. So they have a history of the unit. And what unit? Anti-tank battalion of the 3rd Assault Brigade. That's this history of this unit. And there is the Kraken's history. Anyway, Kraken launched an awesome video. Give me a second, I'll show it to you. Like the start of this new path, a new history page of Kraken is in this video. Let's watch it real quick. Yeah, and start it again. This fall. Are they singing? Yeah, we have the talkative one. The enemy. No. A surprise awaits for the enemy.
Ну що, випускайте Кракена.
So, release the Kraken, Bilecki says.
Відкриваємо сезон полювання.
Oh, such a, typical blockbuster vibe. We are opening, so a typical trailer, like a Hollywood trailer. Look at this.
Більше технологій, люті, контенту 18.
More technology, more rage, and content 18 plus.
Кракен ще й у трійці.
Kraken now in the third assault.
Найгарячіший кросовер цієї осені. Вривайся у Кракен.
Тук-тук.
The hottest crossover of this fall. Knock knock,
Пі***ри.
fuckers. Yeah, well, it's a third assault brigade, typical style. But this is actually an interesting event, and now we're gonna have two Krakens. We're gonna have a Kraken 1654, a part of the 3rd Assault Brigade, but there's still at least a battalion of Kraken that is gonna remain in GUR, Main Directorate of Intelligence of Ukraine. So behold. On my face, you're gonna see something right now. Instead of my face, I mean, it's gonna be covering my face. This is the new logo that Dana Kyiv created. This is her work, and I really like how it turned out. The F-16 is the new logo for the tier, the membership tier I have. So now you have a speaking F-16. It's a Ukrainian F-16. You can see the Ukrainian aviation sign on it. Two circles, a blue inside of the yellow circle. So this, this F-16 with the chin, you see the chin is moving. The F-16 is not. It has seagulls. It was Dana's idea. Actually, Andreas pointed out that F-16 is a hawk, right? Or is it a hawk or eagle? One of those birds, the hunting birds. But F-16 might as well be a seagull, because usually it flies above and not really diving down to the ground. It mostly is just dropping bombs from above and shooting missiles. So seagulls fit. And you know, seagulls for me is Crimea or Berdyansk, or rather Berdyansk. So I would really like to see F-16s flying in Berdyansk, above Berdyansk someday. So this one is symbolical for me personally, and why I decided to go with seagulls in the end is because I really have this vibe of liberating my favorite towns, like Berdyansk, like Alupka in Crimea. So this is really important for me. Yeah, how do you like it, guys? How do you like it? Let me actually maybe even start a poll. It's a bummer when you suck one into your engine. You mean the seagull? Yeah, it's not fun. So guys, if anyone wants to become F-16, it will cost you a lot, because this is an expensive piece of equipment. I'm gonna place it here on the screen to mark the creation of the new design on this channel. Dana, great job. She is really a professional designer. I got no doubts after she created this. Yes. Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said, and Joni is joining us first. It's because I think he's the most disciplined among the two of us. You know.
I don't know if I am, but I don't know if that's the reason. But happy to be here.
Yeah, happy to have you here again, Joni. And we are gonna have a Ukrainian officer in a bit joining us.
Great.
His name is Mikhailo. His call sign is Atom. That's because he he worked as an engineer as a security engineer, by the way, in nuclear security engineer on the nuclear power plant here in Ukraine, and that's a pretty awesome experience. He wants to get back to this job after the end of this war, no matter when it's going to happen. He still wants to do that because he really likes that job. And right now he has to be what he told us in the interview. If I'm not mistaken, he is sitting in the command point, and what he is doing is actually commanding the battle. Basically, is considering it's an artillery brigade. I think he is operating artillery, but in artillery brigades there are different units. There might be also, like, for example, this patch that is on the raffle this week is, give me a second, like this. So it's a second self-propelled artillery division of the 92nd Brigade. These guys have the Paladin howitzer on the patch. So it's M109 American howitzer, 155 millimeters. This one is in the disposal in 92nd Brigade, or of the 92nd Brigade. But the guys who send it to us, they are actually doing the counter battery job, and they are using FPV drones. They're an FPV, fiber optic FPV drone team who are hunting the enemy artillery. So we gotta ask Atom if he has such guys in his command. By the way, it's interesting.
Gonna be interesting.
He's joining already. Hello, Mikhailo. How you doing?
Hello there, high
Hello.
rollers.
This is
Thank
Joni,
you.
Mikhailo.
Doing fine.
Nice to meet you.
Joni, nice to meet you. So,
Joni is from Finland. And Joni, maybe you tell about yourself a bit. Maybe there are some people in the chat who still don't know you. It would be cool.
Yeah, so I'm Joni. I'm 32 years old from Finland. I am fundraising for Ukraine and trying to do geopolitical analysis online on Twitter and YouTube. And I started this because I studied international relations and so on. And I'm a researcher in social policy, but I was always more interested in geopolitics than social policy in a way. And when the war started, my brother started fundraising with Help 99 because he was friends with Ragnar, the guy who founded it. And then I wanted to help and find a way to help. And you can't always ask money from people in the family or stuff like this. So I needed to find a way, and I decided that I would start writing analysis online and then collecting money for the trucks from people following me. So that's how I ended up here. And I heard actually that Atom is in the Ukrainian army. I'm in Finland. I'm not at war, but as Finnish people have to, I have done my conscription in Finland, and I was in mortars doing forward observing back in the days when I did that. And because of that, that's also one reason why I got interested about military matters and so on. But yeah, here I am. And actually in 2 weeks or so, we will launch a new fundraiser with Help 99 to get 4 more trucks for the December convoy.
That's really cool.
and that's much appreciated. I believe you're the ATP geopolitics from. I was hand over 2 trucks in April, I believe, from Rick's 11th campaign combined with you.
No, Joni
So
is
It
not.
wasn't me.
No.
It wasn't me. It was
No.
another guy, but
Okay.
yeah.
That
But-
guy's name is Johnny, so it's
So almost
basically the
same
same name. Yeah.
Okay. I because
Easy
there
to
was
mix
ATP geopolitics. That's why I was like, okay, but
Yeah,
still,
no problem.
You know,
good
Atom,
job
I
you're
actually
doing. Thank you.
need to invite you and ATP Geopolitics, the Johnny, to one of the streams together, so you also meet him and he meet you. That would be
That
cool.
would be perfect.
Yes.
So I could finally say thanks to him.
Anyway, let's talk about the amazing response of NATO, especially the United States, on the attack on Poland. Joni, I need to hear from you.
Well, I mean, it's it's to be expected, I think, under Trump that this will be the reaction from the US. Unfortunately, the complicated situation that I have with this is that I understand people who advocate for closing the skies and so on, but my fear is that Russia is going to start using this to actually force European countries to use their air defense missiles and air-to-air missiles against those drones. And most European countries, including Poland, are not ready. They don't have means to shoot down those drones without using these expensive systems, and they have very limited amounts of interceptors and air-to-air missiles. So I think that it's a bit of a trap by Russia in a way to try to force Western countries in general to use AMRAAM missiles and Sidewinders and stuff like this to shoot down these cheaper drones. So I'm not happy with the response, but I'm also a bit worried about what's going to happen in the future, because I don't really believe that they're going to do anything bigger than shoot them down. Even if, I mean, right now they're not even really shooting them down, but even if they shoot them down, they're obviously not going to hit Russian launchers or whatever, or they're not going to do anything like that. So if they only defend and only shoot down those cheap drones in Poland and Romania, they're going to use a lot of their interceptors. And I think this is going to motivate Russia to send more and more of them into those areas. So I think that the response should be more and bigger, but I think it should be more long strike capabilities for Ukraine, more sanctions for Russia and things like that. And those things can calm Russia down a bit. But just the idea of only sending jets and air defense systems to Eastern Poland, I'm not sure if that's going to work so well at the end, but we'll see. Fuzzy, hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, bro. Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to see you again, guys.
Good to see you, Fuzzy. So Joni, you and Fuzzy didn't meet yet?
I don't think so. Not on a
No, I
stream.
don't think so either. No.
Yeah, so Fuzzy is a Ukrainian for 3.5 years now. You can hear by his accent that his origins are different. But he's defending Ukraine as the part of the Mortar team. Their team is called the Black Sheep. I have the patch and in here. Give me a second. Ah, shit, it's too far there. I need to reach it still. Show it to you. But Fuzzy, you can actually introduce yourself better than me, okay?
Yeah, sure, bro. Yeah, so as he said, my name's Fuzzy. I was a 2IC and a team lead of a mortar team in a couple of units. So yeah, been in Ukraine since 2022. I'm ginger.
You have fuzzy ass.
Oh yeah, I've got a hairy ass. Yeah, I'm boring, bro. I'm just a retard.
No, actually, he's not such a retard. He just he's bad in introducing himself. So I was actually probably making a joke when I said you're pretty good in introducing
Bro,
yourself.
like I'm a gun monkey. Like there's, yeah, like.
Fuzzy, did you interact with Atom before?
I believe we have, yeah, briefly, yeah.
We met. I cannot tell when, but this was the day Rollers figured out you went to Hartia. So
Yes.
how is it going in there?
Pretty awesome.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Obviously, the thing is at the moment, I'm going to be the guys ain't happy. They haven't been happy for a while. So we're kind of pushing. We haven't like stopped like talking or anything like that. Like we've kind of pushed out to different units to find a unit that suits us best. The reason we call ourselves Black Sheep is because we won't. It's a bad trait in some ways, because obviously soldiers must follow orders and stuff like that. But if we think something's wrong, we will tell them it's wrong. And if somebody is rude, then they're told to fuck off. So like at the moment, like everybody's branching out into different units to find what suits us best. We're kind of scattered about at the minute, looking for a unit. We was in Gore, then we went to Azov for a bit, and then we left Azov. So, me and a very good friend of mine, we went to Cartier. Wasn't for us as such, so we decided we were going to go somewhere else. And now we've found a very. We've spoken to the commander, and he seemed like a very nice guy. Very much kind of just do what you want, don't take the piss, just get me results. And it was like, we can do that, bro. Like that's all we need. Like, just give us the permission, like the contract, so you can go and do these things, and we can go to these areas to bring you the results. And that's kind of what we're doing now. I'm in contact with him. I'm going to Kiev tomorrow to obviously speak to him and go through a medical system again. Some of the other guys, they're intrigued. They're in another unit at the minute. I'm not going to say what unit because they're not allowed. They're saying it's really good. They're really enjoying themselves. So yeah, at the moment, obviously, it's all about finding what works best for us. And the thing is, as well, is it's all well and good, like a unit taking in loads of foreigners, but like with foreigners, it's like you need to understand how we think, because obviously culturally we are all different, and we are. Some things that people do make absolutely no sense, but we've learned to obviously adapt to that and work with it, you know. But sometimes when it's do as I say and shut the fuck up, it like that's not how we work. If you want us to do something, we expect a specific amount of necessary information, and that's it really. And if we can't get that, then obviously we can't work, and that's just the way it is. But no, yeah, we're doing. The blokes were okay. That they just weren't happy. So they've all branched out, looking elsewhere. We're going to link up, I believe, end of the month, and we're all going to sit down and talk about the units that we're currently in, and plan what we do next. Whether we go, whether they leave or we leave and go like with them or there or wherever. Like the main thing is that we stay as a group and we stay as a team. And that's basically what we're doing at the moment. So yeah, everybody, as I say, Ukraine, it's a big place. The foreign community, everybody knows everybody. So yeah, that's me basically. That's Black Sheep as well. Um, yeah, they're nice people. They're just they can be difficult.
Yeah, that happens, unfortunately.
Yes.
Also, if you would like to switch mortar to anything heavier, I may talk to my
So
commander, let's
we've
say.
had a few guys actually offer us 155s, 152s, etc. For us, it's like, yeah, like it's better because we're further back. But the thing is like with some of the guys as well, like obviously they still want like that infantry element of, you know, with it, where they do the reconnaissance and all that stuff on their own, and they go out and look for their own positions and all that crap. If it was up to me, I'd just be a fat lazy bastard, and I'll just sit in my hole like a good boy, but I can't. But no, yeah. So I don't know. It's definitely on the tables. I think if we were to do that, we'd probably want to do it for like a couple of weeks, just to say we've done it, because we've never actually shot anything bigger than a 120. It's like toys, isn't it? You know, like the bigger bang, the cooler it is, really. Like,
We, yeah, and the question pops out about Boston right away, but I need to mention the nations. Is Boston okay?
yeah. Here he is.
Oh.
Nice one.
Hey, look, say hello. There you go. Look, perfect. Say hello. Hey, come. Say hello. Yeah, there he is. He looks like a pig at the minute. Hang on. Here you go. Look, he's a pig.
It's like my cat every day. So my cat for now stays with my mom, and sometimes she sends me pictures of her. So like 90%, she's lying like this.
Enjoying
What's
her-
her
Hard to be a
name?
cat. It's Luna.
Luna.
Cat.
Does it have something to do to some anime?
Not to anime, but when I've been to school, I used to play Dota.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't think anything better than, okay, let it be like a Dota 2 hero. So
Just before my question, before you joined, we're talking about your background and your call sign. Could you talk about the call sign just a tiny bit, just because I heard that you've been working with. It's related to your previous job.
yep, it's pretty like I didn't think much choosing my call sign. Um, I was born in the city next to the nuclear power plant, so
Can
from
you
the school
can you name it if it's not a secret?
it is Khmelnytsky nuclear power plant, and the city is called Netishin. Nothing like secret.
I know that one. I've been
So,
there. I even lived for a few
Yeah.
months there.
Did you like it?
It's nice and cozy, but too small for me. I want something bigger.
That's my opinion as well. It is a perfect city for family, but being young, there is nothing much to do. But there you have clean streets, you have stable job, which is not bad paid. You have like people, all the same people.
Uh-huh.
For someone, it is a good scene. For someone, not. But yeah, small cozy town. I like it, and at the same time, it's really boring. But from my childhood, I was living like surrounded those smart guys working at nuclear power plant. They didn't really talk much, but it was interesting. So I went studying nuclear power, nuclear engineering, and after that, I also had a job. That was a difficult solution I had to make, going to the nuclear power plant at my city, which is pretty cool, and it's very, як сказати, цінується.
Appreciated.
Very appreciated, valued in the field if you worked at the nuclear power plant. But I decided to go to do some theoretical stuff in Kiev, mostly because of Kiev, not because I didn't like the job. It's pretty interesting, but the company also calls energo atom, which means like energy from atoms. So my call sign went from there.
That's interesting. And while you were talking about your past, I thought about a question, and it's not an easy question to answer, but I will still ask it. If looking in a realistic but still optimistic way into the future, what do you think is going to happen in the next, let's say, what will be the situation in 1 or 2 years? Do you think that there is, in an optimistic trajectory, but still realistic, do you think that there is, where would you like Ukraine to be in the war? Obviously, we would all like the war to end, but let's say the war doesn't end. what do you think that could happen to kind of, what would be a positive outcome? It could be, for example, related to finishing the course reform and getting all the units moved so that they're finally in their own positions and so on. But do you have anything that you're kind of like looking forward to that you think could potentially happen in a positive way? Could be anything, could be course reform, could be a Ukrainian offensive somewhere, anything. But is there anything you're kind of looking forward to, hoping for, or thinking that could potentially in a optimistic way happen in the next year or two or sometime in the future?
So I'm basically an optimistic person, but in this question, you need to really be optimistic. Okay, I mean, for us, the main goal for now is just to stop Russian movement, because there are many talks like Avdiivka offensive, Chasiv Yar offensive, Pokrovsk offensive. It's not separated things. They started their offensive from Avdiivka, and they are like with small steps, but step by step, they are getting the land, and it's something we should do for the first place. We should stop their movement. For this, we don't need any like volunteers, army from other countries. We don't need their soldiers. We need weapons and ammunition. That's everything we need. So, for the first step, we would just stop their movement, and with lots of ammunition, we'll just do them the critical damage. They would not go back, but they won't have forces to continue this movement. But about counteroffensive, like it was in Kharkiv, for example, in 2022, I'm not sure it's possible something like that for now.
Yeah.
Even in Kursk region, it's not possible with those FPVs. And basically, they are preparing trenches, these anti-tanks lines. They do the fortifications. And I must admit, sometimes they do them better than us. So, for example, when we had like Russian offensive to Pokrovsk, which was straight, but they went to Chasiv Yar direction from Avdiivka. Our trenches, fortifications, there were lots of everything, and it all was like left new. So now the Russians are using those fortifications, which were supposed to be our lines, and not because there were enough people to fight in those trenches and fortifications. They were made in the field. Like, who does trenches in the field?
We
do
do.
them somewhere
Ukrainians do.
They did, actually. But for now, what I saw, the latest ones, they are way better, let's say.
That's
way
good.
better.
So we're learning
It's
from some
something
of our
positive.
mistakes, right?
We do, but really a lot of time lost.
Yeah.
And with this time, many lives and area is lost as well.
Yeah.
So this experience, it should be the lesson you should get from the first time, not from the 8th time. Unfortunately, it was like that.
Yeah. Adam, I was holding some patches in my hands, 2 of them, yeah. And I decided, why not I show it while you're here. So this is sent to me by one of the Canadian rollers. And this one is a Canadian morale booster patch. And I have 2 of them. So I can actually offer one of them to you to maybe just a tiny bit boost the morale. I also need the boost, so
I would
I
be really pleased.
In
thank you.
Finland, this Canadian flag is a scary one because we keep seeing it when we play ice hockey against Canada, and Canada is a very strong opponent. So it's a scary flag to see. We love Canada, but in ice hockey we don't. So it's bad memories from that flag.
So, I really like him.
Yeah, really cool guy. Really cool guy.
Mm.
Yeah, very
Um,
nice. It was a nice mix actually having Fuzzy and him because they're also both bring really valuable insights, but also in a very different way and
Uh-huh.
very different vibe. But really cool mix. Really nice to have them
Yeah.
both. Really
Yeah.
cool.
So I really, like the differences between people like them,
Yeah.
and it really brings some kind of different, like different or yeah. Now I'm getting really tired when I'm.
Yeah, some real variations and
Yeah.
lots of different stuff. It's good. Good.
Yoni, how much time you have for us?
Unfortunately, not much. I also have to wake up tomorrow in the morning, but I can stay a few more minutes. We can
Wait,
still talk a bit.
What time? What time you have to wake up?
Uh, Ideally, I should wake up as early as possible. It will depend a bit on how late we stay, but
Oh
I think
shit.
I'm actually applying for funding for postdocs for after my PhD, and one of the application deadlines is tomorrow.
Oh.
And the professor I'm applying with might contact me in the morning, so I need to be awake, not too late, but it's not like a 1 minute thing. I can stay 5 minutes, but I can't stay till 2 or 3, unfortunately, today.
Sure. I will maybe even kick you out so everything will be going good tomorrow and no risks, you know.
Thank you. But we will actually before leaving, because last time when I was in Kiev, you had COVID,
Mhm.
and actually today I have COVID. I think I might have COVID, but it's already better. But I was at a friend's bachelor party in Riga and got a bit sick after that, and have been coughing a bit and so on. But it's getting better. But because of COVID last time, we didn't do anything when we were in Kiev because we're both
Yeah.
doing our own thing. But I think when I come in December, we should do something, maybe a coffee stream or something
For sure.
would be cool. And also, I also after the last stream listened to Aziza's music, and I saw also some videos on YouTube where you were also there on the video. So you were both there on the video, and no, really cool music. We discussed music a tiny bit last time, but I listen to different genres of music, and I don't listen that much to that type of music. But I think it was really interesting to listen to, and I listen to some ambient music from time to time, and some sorts of electro that is kind of like ambient and so on. And there were some parts of your music that kind of reminded me of some things. That was really interesting stuff. It was also some of the music, the type of stuff that can be listened to also like on the side, kind of, for example, maybe when needing to, I don't know, sometimes there are some melodies that are just good also to focus and stuff like this. Some nice by the way, really good music, really interesting stuff. Need
Thank
to listen to it
you.
more.
Thank you so much.
Those videos that you see with me, so we discovered this way of doing concerts with Aziza. Well, it's her concerts. I'm just hosting the stream. So we go to the studio here in Kyiv called Lanet Production. They provide really good sound there. And in the first concert, there was also a very good video. They had like 3 cameras for us, and they were directing it live, like switching the cameras. And
Really
like
cool.
this time we also did this, but there was okay, I don't want to say fuck up, but yeah, with cameras. And we some of them were not working, and they have less cameras now. So this time was like a bit worse video wise, because I even brought my own webcam so they could use it as a second camera. So it was a bit not that good in terms of the video, but the quality of sound was still pretty awesome.
Same, yeah. Are you gonna do it again? Are you gonna do a third one?
Yeah, it's actually gonna be a fourth one actually.
Fourth one. Fourth one.
It was three, but the second one was unusual because we were using the equipment of Aziza and not the local equipment, so it was only one camera there, and all the equipment. Actually, Rollers helped with that equipment. We raised funds for some equipment for Aziza, so she could start the streaming herself. Right now, she's streaming on YouTube. Would be also awesome to do it on Twitch, but I understand why it's not that easy to begin, because I'm also streaming on Twitch right now, but I'm not even reading the chat. It's not enough in me, the capacity to like do that many things at the same time. And Aziza will have to do the same if she also streams on Twitch. So yeah, not easy. So you kind of need to probably focus on Twitch primarily and keep then your YouTube, like maybe like don't do it at all and go transfer completely to Twitch to like really engage with the chat all the time, and like reading two chats, it's not easy. It's very complicated.
You
Yeah.
you need an assistant or something to help with that.
Yeah, it would be awesome. But yeah, so we did one of the concerts there in the studio, but just on Aziza's new equipment. And we didn't count it probably into those type of concerts, with their sound, because it was still a pretty cool sound. But since there were some awesome retro speakers there in their setup, it also gives a bit of a different sound. So Aziz also agreed with that. This is why I'm claiming all these things and looking some improvement from her right now. Approval, yeah. Looking for
It's
approval.
important. Ukrainian culture is also obviously giving help for soldiers and troops and giving them weapons is really important, but it's also really important that Ukrainian music and culture gets heard and seen and appreciated outside of Ukraine as well, because it also plays a big role, and that's what Russia is trying to take away from Ukraine as well. So it's really really great that you're doing that.
And in case like of Aziz's music, it's also like a triple take. It's not only a Ukrainian music, it's a Crimean Tatar music.
Yeah.
Well, I would even call it Crimean Tatar primarily, because what? Crimean Tatar culture is like very different from Ukrainian.
Yeah.
And Aziza also mixes those two. That's very interesting how she does. Like in some songs, like she has a song that is partially Ukrainian and partially Crimean Tatar, right? Aziz, I'm talking about Kvitnevый сад. Маленький Kvitnevый сад.
Oh no! In this example, I just mix two songs together, but they match. They are very, in some way similar, but different. It's very interesting. But I really mix Ukrainian words, Crimean Tatar words sometimes Crimean Tatar words, lyrics with English lyrics. So just I feel my mission that I can unite this culture and unite this nation, because if you say about if you tell about our inner world, Russian always make us enemies, Crimean Tatar and Ukrainian, and we had a long history of Russian propaganda when they said that Crimean Tatar were like barbarian that burned Kiev and Rus, and we are so we were like enemies long time because of Russian propaganda, because what they need to make conflicts between us, and so they can be. It's exactly in this way they occupied Crimea, because Ukrainian didn't trust in Crimean Tatar, and they saw in Russian more friends, brother than in Crimean Tatars people, and so in this way we didn't have the power in Crimea. And Crimea was Russian republic inside of Ukraine, and this is why they did it much easy, occupied Crimea. And so what I want to say is that we have to be together, and we have a lot of in common. We have in our history we have democracy, like in the our past government we have such a way of thinking like in Europe, because Crimean Tatar is European nation too. It's very interesting. We are Muslim and we have like absolutely another we had another civilization, but uh, we were also part of Europe, part of this vision. And it's really interesting because in our blood we can find Italian DNA, Greek DNA, and so we are like we are not golden horde. It's another nation, absolutely. So and really I want to unite also people from all the world in this opinion that how Ukraine and Crimea is important in this time, and how we can find the key for changes for everybody. I just see it in my nation too, and I wanted. Yeah, I also always think that maybe it's culture and music is has no sense in the time of the war, but
But it does. It does.
exactly Greek and my friends and rollers, they support this feeling that this has a sense to do it,
Yeah.
and because
You know,
Russians try to stop this process.
Yeah, and there needs to be a reason to fight for. So
Um,
you cannot fight just to fight. You need to have some culture, identity, history, way of life to defend.
yeah.
So if there's none of that, then there's no reason to fight,
So
and
this
that's
is
the
the
reason.
best time to fight, actually. This
Exactly.
is the best
yeah,
time, and our life can end tomorrow, even today, even right now. The ballistics may just be incoming, and so yeah, I really love Aziza's music, and I want to many more people hearing this music. This is
Mm.
why I'm trying to organize more of these concerts. So we already did 3 together, and after the first one, Aziza got like more recognition in Ukraine because some of the videos from the first concert, one I guess particular song got viral a bit, right, Aziza? Uh,
just I want to say that I really want to make it in with big band and with big sound to
yeah,
explain that a lot of people don't understand my music because they could not hear the sound, because sound is in my head, because it could be the metal music, very dark music, of course trip hop and down tempo it also can be, but it could be very how to say dark music and rock music and metal music, and absolutely not like people can understand. It's like some Crimean Tatar said to me, "Oh, you play reggae, yeah?" Because wow, so I'm with guitar and I like play something like this. Oh, it's reggae, yeah. And I like reggae is good style of music, but I don't like reggae, and my music is not reggae at all. It's very dark music,
Yeah.
absolutely more with like so inside I'm big metal man with with the dark hair, like with a very, very pessimistic person,
and long beard, right?
lives in darkness and don't like to be outside at all with people.
Yeah, your music is dark, but in some hopeful way. I don't know.
Mm.
It feels. I
And a
feel
lot of
it.
people like dark music. In
Yeah,
Finland, everyone loves dark music, so it's dark music can be really, really good.
Yeah.
Joni. It will be done before you finish, Rick. Yeah, it will be. It will be. But this patch is gonna be yours, one of you guys. In 3, 2, 1. I'm spinning the wheel. Let's go. And it is spinning, 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 and the winner is number 430. And I think the chance is huge that it's one of the tickets that Nikki gifted to Sally Lou's. I think it's one of them. 430. Yes. Wow. Roller's magic work. Thank you, Nikki. You made sure that Sally gets this fantastic patch. I am so happy for her, and I am so grateful to you. I just noticed. What did you notice, Surfades? Rick, been meaning to ask you how your dad is doing. Hope he's healing well. Yeah, he started working again, being a taxi driver, and he doesn't work too much. He works 5 hours a day. He begins at 7 a.m. He's an early bird, so that's a normal time for him. And he ends at 12, maximum 1 p.m. So he works for 5 hours. I think five and a half. He really is being careful right now because you see, having a near-death experience usually changes people's perception, and treatment of their own health. So he doesn't want to die. Now he decided that he's not gonna work as much as he worked before. So I'm really happy. So Sally, if you're still here with us, I don't think Sally is here, but congratulations, Sally. This is so cool that she won this batch. And Nikki, it's thanks to your generosity and luck, of course, because it could be number not among these 105 numbers. Congrats. Thank you everyone who has been here today. It was an amazing stream with Atom, Aziza and Joni, and we have done the most important thing. We reached the goal, and we also had a lot of interesting discussions, conversations, rants, like Fuzzy's rant. Did I forget to mention Fuzzy? Oh my god, Fuzzy was also here, guys. If you missed it, go check it out. Fuzzy was given a pretty decent rant today, 2 times, I guess.
My dear friends, it was really a happy time be together with Rick, with his amazing guest, with the rollers, with our dearest friends from all the world. Thank you so much for your constant fighting for Ukraine democracy, for your great heart, and that we can build this home in our hearts. We can find this safe place and we can really create this new history together. Hug you, love you. Thank you so much for everything you do, indeed, and will do for Ukraine.
Thank you, Aziza. It's a pleasure to have you here on these streams and to be a friend too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the new closing phrase. No, that's the old one first. Live long, prosper, and donate. And the sun will rise over a free Donbass and Crimea. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.
Героям слава. Good night, everyone.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night. Sleep good.
You too. Sleep well. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, leave any comment under it, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. You can find the full stream recording. This clip was taken from here. And I invite you to join us on Rig the Ukrainian here for live streams and videos from Ukraine. Thank you, and live long and prosper.